We're back on RH2 the journey. Hopefully this isn't like too bright or oversaturated for y'all. I'm using RTX shaders, so hopefully it's not too much. Anyway, I haven't been playing much. I came back for the Valentine's Day update, and you know, I love making builds, so I'm gonna be showing y'all a new build. My last build video was also a demigod small forward, but a lot of people were hating on it, which the only thing you could really hate about it is it at a low 3. So I'm compromising with y'all. I'm gonna show you how to make a 6'7" demigod. So we're gonna start with our ball handle. We're gonna put our ball handle at 75 so that we can dribble a little bit, you know. Put this at 70 for ankle breaker, which we're not gonna put on. It's just an extra badge point, and we also just want to be able to move fast. Put this up to 77 for silver quick handles, quick chain, whatever. Put this to 70. We could lower it to 65, but there's no reason to. If we had a 77, I believe, ball handle, we could get silver space creator, but then we can't dunk as good, so I'm just putting it here. But you do need acceleration to be able to dribble good, even if it's not for a badge. We're gonna put stamina at 90 for now. We might raise it after. I'm doing this off of memory, so I do have a screenshot of the planned build though. Put this at 88 for gold contacts, and then we're gonna put this at 80 for now for gold giant slayer. We need to raise this up to 80. We want 80 vertical so that we can get all the good dunk animations, and also we need it at least a 75, I believe 74, but 75 is also, just trust me, put it at 80. Just put it at 80, okay? We're gonna go 70 pass accuracy, which we will change in a little bit. We're gonna put 50 interior for now, 65 block, 80 perimeter for silver clamps and bullhorn. We're gonna put these up to 70. We're gonna raise them. Put our strength up to 65, just so that we don't get bullied. Now we're gonna do the free throw glitch just to get it out of the way. We're gonna have an 80 3-point and an 80 midi, which is pretty common. I feel like that's what most people go for. And that'll give us gold quick draw and silver range extender. And now we're at a 99. But like I said, we're gonna change a few things. So this is how I originally made the build, and I just realized I put 5 into steel. Why did I? Oh, for the free throw glitch. So this is pretty much finished, but like I said, we are gonna change some things. You could leave it like this. This is how I originally planned it. You could do this. You could go 93 stamina, 67 strength. That's not what I'm gonna do though. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring pass accuracy down to a 60, because I personally don't really like having passing badges. I'd never really use them. I just use the points for dribble badges, and we don't get super high dribble badges. So we're gonna lower this down to a 60, and then with these extra 15 points that we have right now, I believe we have 15, you could do really anything you want to do with it. You could bring your shooting up a little bit. I'm not gonna do that. That's really only if you want to shoot fading middies, which I guess you could do. But there's two main things you could do here. You could try to get your post control up. If you get to a 63 post control, you'll be able to post up good. I don't know what you would lower for that though. Maybe like, I guess you could bring block down to like 50 and put that on, and then lower stamina, I guess, to like 82, I think, and then you could post up decently. Me personally, that's not what I'm gonna do. I want my stamina, but you could do this. Being able to post up would throw people off, but you know, enough rambling. Y'all just want to know what to do. So I personally am gonna bring this back up to a 65, and I'm gonna put my points into driving layup to get Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, which is another reason we needed 80 vertical. So I guess you could lower your vertical too instead of your block if you want to do post control, but I'm gonna do this because Giant Slayer will help you so much on dunking on bigs and stuff. So this is what I'm gonna do. It's gonna be so broken. Gold contact, Hall of Fame Giant Slayer, and it's just a really good build. So let me show you all the badge setup. First, I need to put some points into something, so I'm gonna put my points into stamina and strength. So there we go. We still get 67 and 93. I don't know if that little amount will help us much, but I know a lot of people have theirs at 65. So if it works how I imagine it does, that extra 2 points might help us like push people at 65. I don't know. But this is the build. So 90 driving layup, 88 driving dunk, 80 mid-range, 80 3-point, 60 pass accuracy, 75 ball handle, 70 speed with ball, 50 interior, 80 perimeter, 25 steal, 65 block, 77 speed, 70 acceleration, 67 strength, 80 vertical, and 93 stamina. You could also take this down to 90, put this at 65, and get one more playmaking badge if you really want to, which we might actually end up doing. I'm not too sure. We might end up doing that. I need to see what badges we can get, because I know that we need at least 8. I think 9 might be better though. I'm gonna run Matador and run as 1 because you don't really need shooting take. You can shoot really well on this build, and cleared for takeoff you don't need because you can dunk even better than you can shoot. Perimeter Enforcer could be cool, I guess, but I like how Matador helps on defense and offense because it gives you a speed boost. And then I like to run as 1 because it's like Matador, it helps your team on defense and offense, but you could run anything. I just always run Matador and run as 1, at least on builds like this that don't have amazing ball handle. So yeah, we're gonna go next. It's a slasher. Like every build I make is a slasher, but it's okay. So let's test the build and I'll show you all the badge setup. All right, look at these shaders. Looks so good. Anyway, so first let me just shoot a shot without badges because, yeah, I can like never green without quick draw. Anyway, for badges, finishing, we're gonna go gold contact, Hall of Fame giant slayer, and then you have 2 points, which I am personally gonna put on relentless and Lob City. You could also, if you really want to, you could drop Giant Slayer and go gold Relentless, gold Contact, and gold Giant Slayer. But since we have high stamina, I don't think we need Relentless that much, especially not on gold. So I'd go like this, and then you're just going to be completely dominating paint for both layups and dunks, because we have a 90 layup. For shooting, silver range extender, silver fearless, gold quick draw for me personally. You could lower it to silver if you want, silver tireless, and then I'm gonna go silver difficult shots. This is like what I always go for usually on like every build. Playmaking, we're gonna go space creator on bronze, gold, or not gold, silver quick chain, the bronze handles for days, and then there's not really much else you can do. So I guess the best thing to do would be to go bronze unpluckable and bronze ankle breaker. I don't really run ankle breakers, so if we did have 90, or not 90, I might go back and change it so that we get 9 playmaking badges and a 65 pass accuracy, because I think I'd rather have silver unpluckable. Honestly, I'm just gonna go with bronze unpluckable and bronze ankle breaker. It's kind of hard because I mean, if you get ripped a lot, you should go silver unpluckable, but I don't really get ripped a lot, and I also feel like the 93 stamina might help a little bit, even though it's only 3 attributes. And bronze ankle breaker might make us able to get ankle breakers. I don't know how difficult it is to get ankle breakers without at least bronze ankle breakers, so I'll just leave it like this. If you get plucked a lot though, or ripped a lot, you should go silver unpluckable. And then defense, we actually get quite a bit of defense. We're gonna go silver clamps, silver bullhorn, silver tireless, and bronze pick dodger. This is what I usually run. It would have been nice to get pickpocket on this build, but we wouldn't have been able to get it gold anyway. So, and then I'll just show y'all that you can dribble. Keep in mind this is without dribble animations, so it's not going to be the best. You can do behind the backs, you can do standing double crosses. Unfortunately, you can't do double behind the backs, which is why I made my last build video, because I use double behind the backs quite a lot. But you can still cook up. Like, keep in mind, this is without dribble animations. You can dribble pretty nice, and you can also shoot pretty deep. I ran out of stamina there. You can shoot from like back here, I believe. Yeah. You can also shoot moving threes, which I doubt I'll green, but yeah, I don't really shoot those very often, but you definitely can. And that's something a lot of small forwards do, because they get like a really big step back. And it's like a free backwards moving 3. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to green that because I never shoot those. But anyway, you can do that. You can obviously green layups because we have a 90 layup. We don't get pro touch or anything, but that's fine. and you can dunk really well. Obviously, Matador's glitched in the build creators, so I'm not going to be able to cook up and show y'all what Matador is going to be like, but with Matador you will be going crazy because Matador gives you bigger animations, so like your dribbles will take you way farther, and it also lets you dribble faster. But it's glitched in the build creator for some reason. So yeah, that's the build. It's a demigod. It definitely is nice being able to shoot from relatively deep. Like, that was the only problem with the last build video I made, is that it only had a 73 point, but it could dribble. And the problem with that is you can dribble, but it's really hard to get open when you have to shoot from like right on the line. Whereas with this, you can shoot from like, you can shoot from all the way back here. You can probably shoot from like back here, realistically, which is really helpful for getting open, especially on a small forward slasher. Like, no one's expecting you to pull this. At least I'm not. So yeah, that's the build. The main qualities of it, obviously you can do like everything except post up, but it has Hall of Fame Giant Slayer and gold contact. So in all honesty, you should probably be rim running with it, but it can do everything. And I love making builds that can dunk and shoot, especially if they can dribble too, because no one can really guard that. Like, even in 2K, I used to run a shooting guard that can dunk and shoot and dribble and everything, and it's just so hard to guard someone that can shoot from pretty deep. By the way, like, we can shoot from like all the way back here, can shoot relatively deep, we can dribble relatively well, and we can dunk really good. It's just really hard to guard someone like this because either we're getting free threes because there's a big sitting paint. Obviously I'm talking about like twos in this scenario, right? But what I see most of the time is like either a big will sit paint because you're probably running big if you're on this build, which kind of sucks because we don't have rebound, but it's fine as long as you and your teammate can green up. So most of the time, if you're playing a big, the big will just sit paint because you're 6'7" pure slasher. They're not going to expect you to be shooting, and then you start shooting and the big has to move out of paint, so then either your guard can rim run, or you can just get past him because you can also dribble, or you could get open because it's a big, right? Or alternatively, if you're getting guarded by a guard, you can literally just dunk spam, assuming they don't rip you. Like, that's really the only thing you have to worry about if you're getting guarded by a guard, is getting ripped. Because other than that, you can just rim run every play. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you like this build. My last build video, some people were hating on it, and I think it's honestly just because people are scared to shoot with a low 3-point. Like, people don't realize that as long as you have the same quick draw, you're shooting equally as well. Like, your bar doesn't get any bigger. It's not like 2K. Your green window stays the same regardless of what your 3-point is. So even on that build with a 70 ball handle, you can green just as well as this build. You just have to be a bit closer. I'm probably gonna grind this build out a little bit before the Valentine's Day event ends. So yeah, if y'all liked this build, let me know. If you changed something, let me know in the comments. Which honestly, I don't think there's anything you really could change without jeopardizing another part of the build. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have a good day, a good week, a good night, whatever you're doing. I hope you have a good time, and peace.